Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to share with you some popular Instagram VSCO bikini edits like the slime, the glitter, and the newspaper with the flowers on top. Along the way for each technique, I'm going to also share some very helpful tips that'll make it a lot easier for you and also lead you with better results. So stay tuned for the video. Okay, so the app I'm working with is pics, and I'm going to go to photos and pick a photo from my camera roll, and then I'm going to add photos and picking a photo from there. I found the glitter on Google Images, but you can also, there's a section for adding a sticker, and you can find it within the app. I'll show you later. So now I'm actually going to erase all of the glitter. It's easy to work backwards this way and then draw in the glitter. Because if you click apply by accident, everything that's on the image gets locked in place. So if you accidentally click apply, then you have this big glitter square instead of just a section of the bikini already colored in. You're not stuck and you don't have to start over. I just find it easier this way. So I'm just gonna draw in the bikini and make sure the hardness is 100% or close to 100%. You don't want fuzzy edges around the bikini, you want it to look sharp. Now you want to make sure that none of the bathing suit underneath is coming through, so you'd rather overline it. It just ruins the effect when you can see little slivers of the swimsuit underneath peeking out. I did none of the edits that I'm going to show you today with a stylist. So I'm just showing you it is possible, you just have to take your time and go slow with it. It is frustrating at times though. Now where there's any parts where the hair is covering the swimsuit, you don't want to leave that harsh line there. It just doesn't look real. So go back over it with the eraser and bring the hardness down and the opacity down and just keep overlaying that until you get a nice soft effect and it looks like the hair is covering the swimsuit. So now once the top is done, I'm just going to do the same thing on the bottoms, and then I will go back through and make sure everything looks good, do some final touches, and make sure the swimsuit is completely covered. The picture I'm using, I forgot to mention, is of Emma Chamberlain, and I just got this picture from her Instagram account. Okay, so this is the final image after editing. It does take a while, especially if you're trying to make it look clean, but again, this was free to do, so I think it is worth it. The next edit is the paper edit with the flowers on top. If you're familiar with Kelly Maker, she does a lot in this style. I posted an image like this on my Instagram, except I use Photoshop to do it, but I'm going to show you that you can use this app to get the same effect. Instead of going to photos and then picking my photo, I'm going to collages and then clicking on freestyle. You could do it the other way around, but this just makes it easier because, like I said, if you accidentally click apply, then your sticker won't be stuck on there, and you're going to be spending a lot of time erasing your image and spending a lot of time on that. So if it gets stuck in place, you're going to be really sad about it. I'll go to the top and click the eraser button, and then go to the bottom and click the outline of the person's face, and that will auto detect any people in the image and automatically erase the background. It's not always the best, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's any easier because you're still going to have to go back and fix all the mistakes and fix like the blurriness around the edges. Now you can only zoom in so far with the eraser tool, so what I did to zoom in even further is I went back and I enlarged the picture of Emma on the collage, and then I went back to the eraser tool and I could zoom in even further. I took breaks when I was doing this just because it was getting really monotonous. So I encourage you to do the same because your hand will get tired. Again, same as the last edit, you want to make sure that the hardness is up to 100% or close to 100%. You don't want fuzzy edges around your picture, you want it to look sharp. If there's hair, you can turn down the hardness just around certain areas so that it looks more natural. Once our image is completely cut out, we can click on sticker and then scroll through and find a flower sticker to put in the background. I had already searched flower watercolor, so that's why the results are already up. Like I said in the last edit about finding glitter for the glitter bikini, you can search for glitter or glitter background and find a sticker here to use as well. You don't have to use Google Images. Once I find the sticker that I like, I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to resize it and move it around to how I like it. Then at the top, I'm going to click on the layering options and then click move down, which will move it behind the picture of the body. And this is the final edit. I went ahead when I was in my camera roll and I just cropped out the extra white background from the composition. The final edit is the slime edit. I also posted one of these on my Instagram before. I used Procreate and I was also on an iPad with an Apple Pencil, which makes it a lot easier. But I have a couple of tips that'll help you with this process. So I have my photo open and I'm just going to click on draw and then pick a color that I like. If you don't see a color here, you can click on the last option, the rainbow color wheel, and then pick any color. But I found a pink that I like. Now you want to make sure the color that you choose has enough contrast from the skin tone. You want to make sure they're not too similar in color for what we do next after we color in the swimsuit. So now I'm just going to start coloring the swimsuit and making sure I cover up everything and I'm staying nice and clean. Just like erasing out the paper, this part can get tiring, so take breaks, relax, it can get long. Once you have filled in the bikini, it's completely filled in with the color, not too similar to the skin tone, I have a tip that is going to make outlining so much easier and make it look so much cleaner. So now you're going to exit out of paint and then click on effects and then click on sketch, and then you're going to choose the option sketch 1, and then it's going to come up with an outline of your body along with the swimsuit. Now this is why it was important to pick a color not too close in color to the skin tone, otherwise the outline wouldn't pick up on the swimsuit. So now we are just gonna edit this outline and change the color. I changed the outline to black, and then you're gonna change the horizontal and vertical like offset and make those both 0 so it's completely on top of your image. Now we can just go through and erase the parts of the outline that aren't part of the swimsuit. As you can see, this is so much easier than actually having to draw an outline over the swimsuit, and it comes out a lot cleaner. Once the outline is all drawn, we're going to exit out of the sketch and go back to the drawing where we were before and pick the same color that we used for the swimsuit. And we are going to start working on the slime drips. These take a couple tries to get right. It takes a while to try to get the right shape of the slime, but if it doesn't look right, don't settle for it, just erase it and try to do it again, because eventually you'll get it right and it'll look great. Again, this part is really tedious, probably one of the most tedious parts, on top of having to outline the slime drips. So take your time with it, take breaks, relax, and it will turn out great. Now you want to make sure that the drips are all varied and they're not the same length. Now that your image is dripping in slime, we are going to now outline it. If you use the same outline size as me for outlining the swimsuit, what brush size you want to use for outlining the slime is a 6 point if you use the smallest size for outlining the swimsuit. In addition to the slime drips, we're also going to add a slime texture to the swimsuit by adding some squiggles to the suit. They don't need to be any specific shape, and you can vary it up by adding some little squiggles or some like longer drips. Once you finish the outlining, you could stop there, or you could take it a step further by adding some falling drops or a puddle onto the arm like I did. You could also add a highlight onto the slime drips with white. If you do this, just make sure you change the opacity down just a tad so that it's not like a bright white. And here is how the final edit turned out. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and let me know which edit is your favorite.